Hey, what's up, y'all? How are y'all doing? We are feeling so much stuff going on. I'm going live today instead of Friday because I will not be here. I will not be here because it's my birthday weekend. It's my birthday weekend. So I'm going to be celebrating my birthday. How are y'all doing? Y'all know who is fine to me? That motherfucking Dennis Duke. Oh my God. That young man is delicious. Oh God, he's so fine. Oh, 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 oh. And look at his little body. Mm, mm. Yeah, yes. He is so delicious, child. And he fine. He is fine as wine. Mm. Give it all to me, daddy. Little daddy. Hey, Andre. Hey Indigo, hey Jay, how are y'all? So we're gonna talk about a bunch of stuff today and whatever y'all want to talk about. But I have some pre-planned stuff that I want to chat about. I hope y'all seen my most recent video. I want to talk about that. What's going on in y'all life before we get started? We're gonna make sure if you come in, make sure in your, a return, make sure y'all thumbs up so y'all don't forget to do it. Hey Hannah, how are you? I got a couple of things that I want to talk about. So, mm. So, are y'all single or are y'all dating? Or are y'all like, I'm single but I'm not dating? What is y'all tea? Are y'all in relationships? What's your current relationship status? Thank you, Dave. It's not only my birthday, but it's also my YouTube anniversary. Y'all know my very first YouTube video was posted on my birthday in 2008. So how many years ago was that? 2008. What? I don't know. Do the math. 17 years? Is that 17? That's a long ass time, child. Hey, AJ. Gigi, how are you? Mm. You know what, Jay? I forgot to do this earlier. I wanted to make you a moderator. Hey, Marissa. How are you? Yeah, it's been. Yeah, because I found you when I was 20 and I'm about to be 37. Come on, 37? Middle age, baby. Middle age. Come on. Do y'all consider 37 middle age? What do y'all consider middle age? Let me see what the internet says. Because I seen this video that was really funny with this old white lady talking about, I'm an older middle aged person. And she was like 80. What is middle age? Um, Let me see what it says. What ages are considered middle age? Generally, middle age is considered to be between the ages of 40 and 60, although the exact definition can vary depending on the individual's perspective and cultural norms. It's often seen as the period of adulthood preceding old age, with a noticeable physical change like declining fertility and graying hair. Key points about middle age: defining characteristics, physical changes like decrease in physical ability, awareness of mortality, potential life reassessment. And there's no universal definition of middle age. Perception of the middle age can differ based on personal experience and societal norms. So I consider middle age between 35 and 50. I may be tripping. Is that too soon for people to be considered middle age? I consider middle age 35 to 50 because by the time, the life expectancy, girl, if life expectancy is what, 70 something, half of 70 is 35. So that's literally the middle. Is that not that's why I consider it the middle. So 35. Um, if you 80, it's 40. So like I feel like 35 to 45, you in the middle, child. I always thought it was life expectancy, but 40 to 60 seems 60 don't seem like middle age. 60 seems because that's 120. That ain't nobody's middle. 60, you on the way out. If you might got 20 years. If you got a good run, you got 20 more years. And as somebody whose family dies young, I don't have old people. Like my great grandmother. Do I have the picture up? Oh, the picture's on the wall. Uh, hold on, I'll get the picture. One second. Mm. So let me get it. So this picture, this is my matriarchal line. So this is my two greats, my great grandmother. This is her daughter, this is her daughter, and this is my mom, and then me. So this is Yuli Spivey. Yuli Spivey, she married a Macbeth, my granddaddy Leo Macbeth, and she lived to 96. So she lived to like 90, 96. She lived to 70. This is my grandmother, Earlene Macbeth. Earlene Macbeth lived till she was 73. This is her daughter, my grandmother, Pauline Collier. She married George Henry Collier and had two daughters by him, my aunt Roz and my my grandmother. My grandmother, Pauline Collier. She died at let me see how old she was. I think it was 60 something. 66. So my grandmother died at 66. She died in 2014. Now this is my mom. My mom died at 56. So that's kind of early. But 56 at in 2020. So if I just based it off of her, I mean, If I base it off of her, she's 96. That's half of that is 48. If I base it off of her, 58, I've been I've been past middle age. But yeah, I think middle age is between 35 and 45. I'll stretch it to 50. Like, if you 50, I'll stretch it to 50, maybe. But 35 to 45 to me is 45 to 50. Yeah, I think that. If you in your 40s, I think that's middle age. Let me see. Let me see. What are y'all saying? I'm ready to go through the last two shifts so I can get to mobile for Mardi Gras. Mobile for Mardi Gras. Work. Happy birthday, beautiful. Thank you, Michelle. AJ Birthday. Hey, I'll take it. Based on life expectancy, my Gen Z brother likes to terrorize me for being born in the 1900s. Yes. Um, hey, Miss Polk. Hey, Cliff. Hey, MJ. Did your grandmother or great grandmother have many children? My grandmother is from Mississippi and had 12. Yes. This one, this one had a bunch. I want to say, let me count them. 1 second. um, so Aunt Saladie, Aunt Catherine, Aunt Erlene, Aunt Chopaline, Uncle Carl, Uncle Cleaver C, Aunt Vermagene, Aunt Boot, um, Thelma, Aunt Thelma. I think she did 10. There's another boy that I don't know. Junior. Yes. Uncle Cleo, Uncle Cleaver C, Uncle Carl, Uncle Chris. I think it's 10. I think she had 10. I think 10. I ain't 100% sure, but I think 10. Yes. She had 10. This one had two. She had my grandmother and her sister, just two. And my grandmother had one, my mama. Yes. Technically. Because her sister is Roz. Roz had four. But they were all, my mom and the other four was raised with my grandma. And what's wild right here, where it says Willie Mays right here, convicted of salt death. Y'all see that picture? In 1976, my great grandmother went to prison for killing a 6-year-old boy. And she was called the Salt Lady. But that it's the truth. That's what happened. But she didn't kill the baby. The baby's mother did, but they charged my grandmother because she was a part of the she was part of my great grandmother. She was part of the story of the mother. So the baby was something was wrong with the baby. This, from my understanding, I wasn't even born yet. This 1976. It was all in the newspaper. So I don't know what happened, but based on what my mom told me and other people told me, this is my grandmother is a priestess, her. So people will come to her for, root work. She a hoodoo. She a hoodoo lady. So they would come to her for come to her for different like little stuff, like different hoodoo stuff. So she had a good reputation. That's just what it was. And so something was wrong with this lady's baby, and she came to my grandmother for help, and my grandmother gave her some some um some elixirs, and based on what the court papers were saying, was that the baby got dehydrated because the woman wasn't hydrating the baby. She was just giving her that stuff. And so because of the whole situation, and the woman told that my grandmother gave her what she was supposed to give the baby to heal the baby, they charged my grandmother with they charged the mom, but she turned state on my grandmother, my great grandma, and they charged my great grandma. It was a whole big thing, but it led to so many things, so many stuff. So, but yes, the history of my grannies, my great grannies. So yes, that's what I consider the that middle age. All righty. So I want to talk about. I want to hear y'all opinions because I want to talk to y'all about it live. So I want to talk about this. So yeah, I remember you and the light skinned granny wasn't seeing eye to eye. You was ready to twirl her. Yeah, me and her didn't get along. She's like my life nemesis. But I think that now that she has passed on, she has turned into a a pretty good ancestor. Y'all know I practice ancestor veneration, and I'm a Risha worshiper, and so I think she has turned into a pretty good ancestor though. So we might be on good terms now. I think. Anyway, yeah. So I want to show y'all this video. So. All right, y'all ready? So this is a man attacking this trans woman. If y'all haven't seen the video that I posted earlier, this is what this video is about. I wanted to talk about talking to y'all about it live. Okay.
What you doing, bro? Man, this a nigga, bro. Move. That's a nigga? Yeah. Okay. What he did? He tried you? He keep breaking everything. I'm trying to treat her like a bitch. Take care of her now. I'm trying to get money to take care of us, bro. But you don't understand. Oh, that's a faggot. Boy, fuck you. Oh, hell no. This nigga trying to turn a faggot to a housewife.
You see how he knew. So the response. So I want to talk about that because I find that quite interesting. Now you see, it goes back to that video that when I was talking about Cherry. When I was talking about Cherry and not really even thinking about these DL dudes. Oh, I forgot to tell y'all what scent I'm wearing today. So today I'm wearing Chanel Le Lion, the Lion. I love Chanel. This scent in Chanel. I don't like them other Chanels, like Mademoiselle and number 5. I don't like none of that shit. I hate that shit. I hate Chanel number 5. Hate, 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 hate. But this Chanel the Lion, oh. Now, before you go and try this gives very man. I want you to be very clear. This is a masculine fragrance. So if you are not into masculine fragrances, do not go get this. This is one of them ones that you gonna smell like a expensive man. if you you don't mind that, then yeah, go try this out. But this is a very woodsy, sweet vanilla scent that's very, very tradie. So I'm not suggesting this if you don't like those kind of scents. So it's called The Lion. Da, 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 da. So it's very woodsy and firewood, leather, blah, 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 blah. Now, I love masculine fragrances, but I like to mix them with other stuff. So because this is so woodsy and delicious and soft and powdery, I like to kind of boost up the powder and add Le Labo. Y'all see it has my name on it. Isn't it cute? Yay. When you go and get from their store, they'll put your little label on there. Labdanum 18. And this is more of a floral, powdery vibe. So you add this on top of the more masculine fragrances. This is going to be a more floral and it adds the femininity to it. And you put it together and it just smells sexy, dark, and sensuous. So these are my fragrances for today. So check them out. Anyway, so you see Trey is on this is what I was talking about in the Cherry video. How remember when in the conversation I said that a cis girl can't tell me how to engage with these niggas because these niggas don't do y'all like us. And I'm not saying there's no overlap in how they do us. I'm not saying that what could happen to you can't happen to me and what happened to me can't happen to you. I'm not saying that. But there is a layer of cultural protection that a cis woman has when it comes to the harm against men. Now, listen. Like I said, I'm not saying that there is no overlap. I'm not saying that something can't happen. There can't be, there's just a difference, and those differences are okay. It's like a cis woman saying, you can't get trapped by a man with a pregnancy. I can't, baby. I know that's something that you got to worry about. I ain't got to worry about that shit. I can fuck a nigga raw, and all I got to worry about is STDs, STIs. I ain't got to worry about being locked down to no nigga ever. You see that difference? There's a difference. Absolutely. Yes, there's a difference. And that difference is okay. So I'm not saying that there's no overlap, but there's a difference between us. And so I have seen multiple videos of trans women being harmed by cis men, and somebody in the crowd will say, that's a man, that's a man, that's a dude, bruh, that's a nigga, da 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 da. And everybody in the vicinity who were initially trying to break it up and help or stop it or de-escalate or do some kind of caring because they assumed that she was a cis woman, they stop. They divest. They move. They like, oh, I didn't know what was up, what was going on. I have seen that so many times. As soon as her tea comes out, if her tea is not already out, if her tea comes out, the whole room shifts to thinking that it is okay for this person to harm. Or if they do know her tea, they won't try to de-escalate it at all. We saw that with Malaysia Booker. Remember, Malaysia Booker got in a fender bender, ran into a accident. Somebody bumped somebody's car, didn't tear the car up, but just because she was trans, they drug her out of the car and jumped her, so much so that the cis girls had to come in and pull her away. Not even the dudes. Like the cis girls had to come in and pull her out of harm's way. They didn't kill her. They didn't kill her. She did end up getting murdered by somebody else a month later. But what I'm talking about is a month before she got killed, she was jumped. They didn't kill her. Somebody else did. But that's what I mean. Like, nobody is going to help the trans girl. And so that video is what I'm talking about. I have been in situations where I was in a domestic violence situation. Now me as a trans woman, I've never been in a situation where I was in a relationship with somebody that I feel like I could like beat. Like, I'm like, when we talk about physicality, like physical, throw hands, da, da, da. Now, you ain't no motherfucker on this earth going, I feel like, unless you Mike Tyson or something, but a regular degular motherfucker, you ain't gonna just beat me easily. I'm active enough, I'm quick enough. I've never been in a situation where somebody just, like, if I'm hands up getting at you, it's not just gonna be some easy win. I've never been in a situation like that. Only time I've been in a situation like that, if somebody snuck me or if there was some kind of sneaky situation, something I dealt unexpected. But if I know we about to go at it, it ain't gonna be no easy win. So I've never been with a dude that I felt like I could beat them like one-on-one. I usually like dudes that are bigger than me. I usually like dudes that, that they're the trade, honey. They a dude. So they've been playing basketball, been playing football, they've been sports, they've been doing all this boy stuff all their life. I ain't never done that. Now, I'm not gonna fight you fair. If I'm in a situation with anybody, I'm not gonna fight you fair. I don't fight fair. I just don't. So that's not, I feel like if it's a war, and listen, I grew up in a situation where I just heard too many horror stories. I had an Aunt Sherry. My Aunt Sherry is beautiful, beautiful girl. She was one of them girls that she wasn't biracial, but she was light skinned. She had that kind of hair that people call good hair. She was my mom's best friend. My my Aunt Sherry, when she was younger, these girls caught my Aunt Sherry in a hallway and cut her face up just because she was a pretty girl. And my Aunt Sherry was a punk. Like, she was like scary. She wouldn't fight people. Like, she wasn't that type of girl. But once these girls did that to her face, she learned that that nice girl stuff ain't gonna work. And these type of stories is what I grew up on. Like, when I was younger, hearing these stories, and my mama talk about the situation with my Aunt Sherry, the situation where I saw it happen to my cousin Tanny. Like, it's something that happened. So me, Huddy, I'm not fighting you fair. I'm not gonna let you get me. I'm not gonna let you fuck up my face. I'm not. It's just not gonna happen. So I'm not gonna fight you fair. And so that's just something that I'm not gonna do. It ain't never gonna be that. I'm never gonna do that. Like, I'm gonna protect myself at all costs, especially if I'm fighting a man. And I haven't fought a cis girl. I ain't fought a cis girl since I was probably 24. I fought a girl in the club like 4th of July 2004. I think that's the last time I fought like a cis girl. It was a stud in a gay club, and it just escalated, and she told me that she was a boxer and was threatening, and I was like, "Oh, well then show me what these hands, baby. Show me what these boxer hands do." Boop, 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 boop. They didn't do nothing. I went to jail for kicking her ass. I got my first They actually dismissed it because they didn't come to court, but I went to jail for beating her ass. They maced me. It was crazy, a whole little crazy ass experience. Do y'all want me to tell y'all that story? If I never told y'all the story about that before, I can't remember. So listen, okay. So me and my gay mom, this is when we start getting close. So we start getting close and we start you know, we start going out together. So why I fuck with my gay mom? Why prior to this time in my life, I never let no bitches call me they daughter. Cause it felt like you sonning me. Like, nigga, don't fucking son me. Don't like, oh, this is my daughter, bitch. I'm not your daughter. I got a mama. My mama didn't kick me out the house, bitch. I don't need no gay mama, child. Fuck out of here. Don't son me. I ain't nobody daughter. I'm my mama's who I came out of her vagina daughter. That's how I was in my younger years, in my teenage years, and my early 20s. Bitch, don't fucking daughter me, bitch. I ain't your fucking daughter. I ain't your child. Get out of here. I was real adamant about that. It kind of annoyed me when people try to do it because I felt like they was sonning me. Get the fuck out of here. So, like, it felt like almost like these bitches is trying to take credit for me and my transition. Like, because I'm a fly ass bitch and I'm coming up and the niggas is loving me, like, you want to say, oh, yes, look at my daughter. Look at my daughter. Bitch, no, I'm not your daughter. Stop playing with me. Daughter, come here, daughter. No. I know. Get the fuck out of here. So, when I got older, when I got around 22, 23, 24, I met who I consider my gay mom. And the reason why I consider her my gay mom is because she was a different type of trans. She was a different type of trans woman that I hadn't met yet. Like this type of trans woman, I would meet million of them later on, but in this time of my life, I had never met one like this. And so what I mean by that is most of the trans girls that I met up until that point, they were how do I without being problematic? How do I say this without being problematic? They was maggots. They were fucking aggots, baby. They were no. They weren't clocky. They just was fucking. They weren't. They were fucking. They were going to no. They were fly. No. They were the girl. They were that girls. Not all of them, but the girls that I grew up around. They were that girls. It wasn't. I don't want to. No. They were that girls. They were girls. They were fly. But they were fucking like they were girls that y'all didn't live a regular girl life, baby. Y'all live a tranny life. Y'all was fucking prostitutes. Y'all didn't have no fucking jobs. All y'all did was go to the gay club all the time. Y'all didn't go to the straight club. Y'all just was y'all wasn't living like regular girls. Y'all were living full time in your truth, but honey, y'all didn't come out in the daytime. Even the pretty ones, they didn't come out in the daytime. They weren't butch cute. They was full-time girls, but they just didn't live the life like a regular girl. It was like, like me, I had a job in the real world. Like, it was just something that I was doing, and I hadn't seen the girls doing that. They were either living with their mamas, but I was in a different situation because I grew up in a group home. I had a certain level of freedom that some of the girls that I was in community with didn't have. They were still living with their mama. They was still, it just was they just was different. And so that's just what it was. They weren't, very much day walking. Right. They weren't day walking. They weren't doing regular shit. They were maneuvering like butch queens. Yes, going to the gay club. All y'all did, only time I see y'all is going to the fucking gay club. Y'all don't even go to the straight club. Y'all don't, like, you ain't living like The fish, girl. You living like a tranny. You ain't living like one of the girls, honey, like the regular girls. So in my brain, I'm like, when I meet my gay mom, she was sickening. She was just regular girl. She was a bus driver. She was giving auntie. She literally was a bus driver. And I had seen her so many times and didn't know her tea. So imagine a pretty bus driving lady giving you auntie, giving you regular. She's just regular. Just regular woman. No extra. Now, when you get to know her, honey, she gets a faggot out. But but just seeing her out in public, she's just gonna give you a woman. And I hadn't seen that before. At the time, I hadn't seen it before. They were either girls I grew up with were either, streetwalkers, drag queens, only stayed in the house. There was one girl who was a nurse. But the reason why I didn't really feel her, now I don't want to say I didn't feel her, but she would kind of tone down her she would turn down her fish to go to work. So like she'd be putting on boy clothes. Any other time she would be done up and fired, but when she go to work, she all toned down, looking like a butch queen. Like, and she still had boobs and stuff, and she would still want you to call her a girl, but you can tell that she took it all the way down to like be almost like a butch queen. I didn't like it, so I don't want to be that. The only person who I looked at and was like, "Oh my God, you are living the life," was who I consider my gay mom. So she was a bus driver. She was like, she just was regular. She drove in this fire ass Blazer. She went to straight clubs. She didn't go to gay clubs. She was just the girl. And I was like, oh, this is a level of fish that I hadn't seen yet. So baby, this is my sickening. So she's really stealth. So I don't want to say who she is, because that's not what I'm not gonna do, because I'm trying to convince her to come on eventually to talk about her journey, because her journey is like, she needs to have a book. If y'all think that my story are sickening, her stories are love. Somebody tried to kill her and leave her for dead one time, and she had to move from her city. She was like one of the top stylists in her city and just doing her thing. Then when she moved from her city, she became a bus driver. Then her husband killed himself in front of her. It's so much. It's we just our story by ourselves alone. It just was it's so much. Anyway, so yeah, she real stealth. She a sex change. She just, she just don't want the kind of but I want to, this is not a hint, but if you watch porn, like if you like a porn person, and I'm talking about amateur porn. If you are amateur porn girly, you actually have seen her. Because she's a super popular creator and she's been popular for years, but people have seen her. Why does everybody keep bringing up Eve? If it was Eve, I would say Eve. Eve ain't, no. That's T.S. Madison mom. Everybody this is the second time somebody done brought up Eve. But yeah, she doesn't have to come on camera. I'm trying to convince her, but she don't want that kind of light. she don't want that kind of like, because she's kind of doing a different, she's not activist. She's not activist. She's trying to live her life and be, be fish. She was like, I ain't trying to. She's like, I'm the antithesis of activist. I don't give a fuck about none of these hoes. She was like, I don't do none of that kind of activist stuff. I don't care about none of that. I'm trying to be a woman, baby. That's very her personality is total and not activist. She's like, I'm low key. I'm trying to be a woman and live my best life. That's it. Anyway, let me finish telling y'all the story. So I'm like, I think YouTube, yes. I think if you know who I'm talking about, that's who I'm talking about. Don't say her name, but I think you know who I'm talking about. And so, because now that she a sex change, she getting all the straight boys, all the porn straight boys is popular. She getting them all, and I'll be like, yes, where I'm out. So anyway, so this is 2004. So 2004, me and her is just now getting like cool. Like we starting to hang out together. So this is 4th of July. This is the 4th of July weekend. And we're supposed to go to this club called the Mecca. The Mecca is a straight club. It is if you are watching, make sure you thumbs up. Damn, it's like 72 people in here, but not all of y'all thumbs up. Make sure y'all thumbs up. Hey Turner, hey B, if you're enjoying the conversation. So the Mecca is like the hood. Like the Mecca is like the hood straight people club at the time in my city at the time. And so this is where, like, I'm talking about Red Cup hood. It's the Mecca. It's the hood club of the city. Hey Z. And so the Mecca sound like a nigga club. It is black hood club of the city. Like all of the black rappers come there. All the hood rappers, Lil Boosie will come there. Like hood shit. Like Midwest hood. All the down south folks will come there. And this Indianapolis, and what people don't know about Indianapolis has been a chitless circus stop for ever. Like it is forever. It's one of those cities in the Midwest that has a high concentration of black people. And so while Indiana as a whole may be like white as hell, Indianapolis has a high percentage, like 26% black. Well, this is before Boosie was the Boosie that we know today. When Boosie was, wipe me down Boosie, or before that. Anyway, so Indianapolis has a high percentage of black people. There's a reason why Madam C.J. Walker made her factory there. And that's where her business was central located, because it was tons of black people there. That's why Mike Tyson was there when he raped Desiree Washington. That's why Ray Charles was there when he got caught up with the police when they busted in and got him high. When he was getting high, and he was like, I ain't never coming back to Indianapolis. It's where Babyface is from. It's a place where a bunch of black folks is there. It reminds me of the address, but think even hooder, Brianna, way more hood than the address. Hood. So anyway, we were supposed to go to the Mecca. So we getting fly. So, we getting fly. We know we about to come and play games that we ain't got no business playing, pussy stunts and tricks and things. And we're doing all the stuff. In the video that I talk about the pussy stunt, the video called Pussy Stunt, that video, I'm talking about my gay mom. She's the one who is teaching me how to do the stuff in that video. But by this time of the story, she done showed me how to do all the stuff that we need to do. So we about to go to the Mecca and have a ball because I am in 2004. I'm like 23. I'm like 23 years old. I'm making tons of money because I'm an escort. I'm just now starting to travel, being a sex worker. Um, the Circle City Classic, not the Expo, Circle City Classic. Um, I'm just I'm in this mode of my life where I'm like I'm fired. Like I'm feeling so fly. I'm feeling so good. I feel like I look good. I'm just in like I don't want to say my prime because I feel like I'm in my prime now, but in my youthful prime. So I'm super confident. My body is tea. My mug is tea. I just feel beautiful. Like I feel fire. So I feel like I can conquer the world because now I'm making money. I'm happy. I'm doing my thing. So I go to. We about to go. So we're going to at this time. Also, I want to add this too. So another element about the girls that I don't like. This is still true. That competition shit, I've never been that kind of girl. If you remember, I grew up with a girl, with a trans girl. We grew up together. Me and Ty grew up together, scumming the street, having trade together. You know what I'm saying? Having fun. So we ain't never had to be in competition, bitch. If I have a boy, you gonna have him too. If he like you, we gonna have him together. If he like me, it don't matter, bitch. If I pull that dick out, you can suck it too. It don't matter. So ain't no point in having competition with each other. We gonna have the my mindset was turn all the world out. Turn everybody out, have everybody have fun, da 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 da. We young, we out here having fun. What's the point in us acting like we're in competition? We trans girl, bitch. And my brain, bitch, you gotta dig. You girl. You ain't girl, you just like me, child. I long you in my brain, long as you got a dig, child, I ain't thinking of you in any kind of competition way, baby. You just like me. I don't think nothing about it. At least the girls with the vaginas, I don't feel like they competition definitely not now. But at least if you had a vagina, you had something that I didn't have, child. But bitch, as long as you got a dick in the booty hole, baby, girl. I know if a nigga fuck with you, he fuck with me, child. So get out of here. So I I'm trying to not get problematic with the voice, with the what I'm saying, but it's just I've never felt competitive about anybody. I've always felt like a bad bitch. I'm not saying I'm the baddest, but I've never been in a situation where I couldn't pull niggas. I've never been in a situation where I come in the room and ain't no nigga that's interested in me. I've never been in a situation where I was the ugly duckling in the room. I never been in a situation where when I come in the room, ain't nobody showing me no attention. It might be a girl that's the baddest. Cool. But somebody gonna live for the doll too. It may not be the top notch nigga, but somebody is living for me. That's been my whole life. I ain't never been in a room where I didn't feel like I'm the ugly one. I ain't never been in a room, and I'm not saying I'm the baddest. What I'm saying is I don't feel like I'm the worst. I feel confident in myself that when I come in the room, somebody gonna like me. Somebody gonna flirt with me. Somebody gonna make me feel beautiful. Even if the pretty girl, she the one getting all the other niggas' attention. Somebody gonna be like, I like that one. Why they go with Miss Beauty Queen, I'm gonna go with her. That's just what it is. I just have never been in a situation where I I needed to have low self-esteem, or I didn't feel like I wasn't being chosen. I've never been in that situation. Um so I've never been the girl who wants to be in competition with the other girls. I actually wanted us all to go to the same school. I talked about this before. I wanted us to be the girls who in the situation where I wanted us to be like in those 90s movies like The Craft and Jawbreaker and all those flicks that where it was a group of girls that was they'll do the slow motion coming down the hallway and they all the mean girls, and I wanted that to be my clique of trans girls to be at the same school and doing that. That was my dream when I was younger. I wish I was trying to get the girls who I grew up with that was still in school. I wanted us to go to the same fucking school so that we can all be fly. Then and now, yes, all those little girl movies. I love that. I wanted to be that. I never was like, I want to be the baddest bitch. I don't want anybody to get any attention. I ain't never been that. I ain't never been that. Ever, ever, ever. I want to be the group of bad bitches tipping through. I'm like that now. My homegirls, we all fly. I want them to look their best. I want to look my best. I want us to come in the room. And anybody who know me and my friends, when we come in the room, bitches is like, yo, the girls are here. The fly girls are here. The fab girls are here. That's what it is. I live. So this is the first girl other than my sister Ty. But even Ty, it just was a different situation with us. It just was a different situation with us. We never been in competition with each other, but there was a weird ass thing that people would do with me and her. There was a weird thing that people would try to put on us when we were younger. That was kind of weird. But my gay mom, she just was somebody who, the first trans girl that I felt like she's so confident in who she is that she moves with that confidence and there is no competition. There is me, you, if we together, it's me and you against the trade. Not against as in being negative, but we out here trying to pull. We ain't trying to see who can pull the most. We out here trying to pull. It's not any kind of competition. And so I've never been with a girl like this. Like I've never been with maneuvering the world with a girl in this way at this level. Because mind you, I'm 23, 24, and she's in her early 30s. She's like 9 years older than me. So she's like in her early 30s. So, so she done been around longer than me and living her best life. And so the goal, it just was fire. It just was, I love being around this bitch. I fell in love with this bitch. Like I love being around her. I love us, we'll go riding around, just going to the neighborhood, picking up niggas, snatching them. Whoa, what's up, baby boy? Come here. We just pulling over. We just are whores. Just scum in the city. Just doing the fun and just having fun and the goal is to have the track. We would get up soon as she get off work, bitch. I'm about to come scoop you up. Come on, let's go over to 42nd and Post, which is like the hood, in Indianapolis. Oh, let's go to Hallville, and pull let's go to Harville, another hood in Indianapolis. Oh, let's go to the south side. Let's go to Barrington, another hood. See what niggas we can pull up out of every motherfucking hood. Let's have fun. And so why she fell in love with me is because I was a sincere ass, real upfront ass bitch. And I wasn't scary. I was like, hey, let's do it. Let's play. Let's do the thing. So trade hunter, we call it scumming, but some people call it cruising. We call it scumming. But yes, trade hunters, baby. We trying to pull the niggas. And so yeah, so we're going to the Mecca. And so we done got dressed, we done got fly. I got on this black cat suit with it's real deep V, so the titties is out. This is early 2000s, so I got the pompadour head with the ponytail hanging. Da 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 da. She's super pumped, so she got the BBL ass before it was popping, before it was before it was like a thing. She got this before people even knew BBLs existed. She had this body. But she's like 5'8", 5'9". She's like 5'8", 5'9", small. Yeah, she's like, I was about to show y'all a picture. No, I just said I don't want to show her a picture. We fly. So we go to the Mecca. We done got a flyer saying that the event is supposed to be at this time at the Mecca, blah, 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 blah. We get to the Mecca. Ain't nobody fucking there. What is going on? Why ain't nobody here? So apparently the week before, somebody had shot up the fucking club and damaged a bunch of shit. So they had to cancel the fucking event and close it down to fix a fucking wall. It was crazy. So we didn't hear about it because it's not like we in this, just know all the tea all the time. But we didn't hear about it. But the club ain't open. So we like, damn, we supposed to go to the straight club and we can't go nowhere. And not this. Now there's other straight clubs that we can go to, but this is like the one, where the niggas be. Like, this is the one. And so we could have went to the Lotus, but we went to the Lotus and we actually did go to the Lotus. Yes, we end up going to the Lotus, but the Lotus was the Lotus is like the bougie niggas, like the corny bougie niggas. It's not like the street hood niggas. It's like, these are the niggas that went to college, who we should have been interested in, but at the time, girl, we want to go with the hood niggas. So we at the Lotus. It's giving, college graduates, niggas in the D9. Girl, okay, it's cute, but we got up out of there. Oh, that's also the first time that I saw Eric from my videos, The Love Beneath. This night is the first time that I actually saw Eric as an adult. Like, before we kind of met back up, we saw each other at the Lotus one time. And I was like, oh, it was a whole situation. And he hadn't seen me and he was like, oh. And so we chit-chatted and talked, and he ended up staying at the club. And when we ended up leaving, he ended up following me out to the parking lot, and we talked. And I end up kind of going off of him because the previous time that we talked, he kind of stood me up, and it just was a whole situation. It just was a whole situation with him. It just, at that time, it just was a whole crazy ass situation. So we end up going to Lotus and then leaving the Lotus and going to the 10, which is the premier gay club in the city. So the 10 been around since my mama was young. My mama know about the 10. And so we get to the 10. Now, mind you, our night, we done got dressed up and we fly. Our night just hasn't went as planned how we wanted to go. my gay mom don't really like going to the gay clubs because she thinks she's better than that because she's, one of the girls. I one of the fish girls. I ain't got to go to the gay club. That's her mindset. And so she was like, ain't gonna be no trade in here, child. Why are we going to this club? I was like, bitch, we dressed up. We need to go. Come on, let's go. We fly. Let's go and eat it up and be sickening and at least let the Butch Queens give us our life. So we end up going to the gay club, and I come in. Now, mind you, this is my city. This is not my gay mom's city. My gay mom is not from Indianapolis. And she don't really go to the gay club. So people don't know her though. They know me because I'm Diamond. And so when I come in the room, everybody like, Miss Diamond, da, 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 da. They living. Blah, blah, blah. Come on, yes, Miss Thing, da, 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 da. The Butch Queens is living. The girls are living. We getting our life. And this club is gays and lesbians and this is everybody. This club, everybody go to. So I'm tipping through the club. It's not super huge, but I'm tipping through, walking around saying hi to everybody, blah, 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 blah. I get on the dance floor, put my purse down, twerk a little bit, have fun, da, 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 da. Next thing I know, Diamond, you are famous. I'm not famous. Definitely not at this time. I don't think I'm famous in that way. But definitely not this time. This is 2004. I'm popular in my city, but not famous at all. So I'm on the dance floor and I'm dancing. And next thing I know, my gay mom is coming up to me saying, "Oh, I need you to hold my purse because I'm about to beat this bitch ass." And so she tries to hand me her purse. Now, if you tell me some twirling is going down or about to go down, I'm not the purse holder. I am not the purse holder. I'm a twirler, baby. I don't hold purses. So she's trying to give me her purse, but she doesn't notice it. But I'm not actually holding her purse. I'm not letting it go. She's trying to give it to me, but I'm not. No, bitch, I don't hold purses. What the fuck you talking about? Let's go over and see what the tea is. What's going on? She forgot you're a twirler. No. She doesn't actually know that I'm a twirler. This is in the beginning of our relationship. She doesn't know. This is the night she finds out. So I'm like, oh, no, baby. I'm like, come on. So what's going on? Show me what's going on. So we go over to the club, over to the bar, and it's the girl she started arguing with. So that she was arguing with. So I come over and I'm like, what is going on? And so apparently my gay mom was sitting waiting for the bartender to get the drink. And she had been waiting behind somebody. And then when it was her turn, the lesbian come from somewhere and come in and basically cut her in line and was like telling the bartender, make her the stuff. And my gay mom told the bartender, no, I've been waiting here and I have, so she's gonna have to wait. And when my gay mom says that, the girl gets to talking crazy. And then the bartender makes my gay mom's drink anyway, because the bartender knew that she was next in line. And so the lesbian the stud is making this way bigger than what it is. And so her little friend is holding her back. And so it's okay. So I'm right here. My gay mom's right here. The friend that is holding the lesbian back is right here. And then the lesbian is loud. The stud lesbian is loud, 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 loud. Bitch, it's just your broke ass. It's just a fucking drink. You could have let him make my drink and bitch, loud, 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 and calling her all kind of broke bitches, and you act like you couldn't wait, and da da da. She drunk. So I say, all right, so what you want to do? Like it, like in my brain, I'm like, okay, is it the twirl about to go down? Like, are you about to twirl or are we about to argue? Because I don't do too much. I don't do it at all. Like arguing back and forth, I don't do all that. If it get to the point where we arguing in each other's face, I'm bopping you. I'm not gonna argue. No, no, no. Because one thing about me, my voice will drop, and you ain't about to make me out here looking like the trade, arguing like a man. No, I'm just gonna get to. I'd rather be fighting like a man instead of arguing like a man. Have me sounding like a hood nigga in these streets. No, and so so the girl, what made me pop off was not what made me pop off was not I was just kind of chilling, like what you want to do. and and the girl was like, she said something about being a boxer. That's what triggered me. Because it's about to. I said, "What do you want to do to my gay mom?" And I was like, are you going like, are you trying to bop? Like get it popping. Why we sitting here talking? If you don't want to bop, you got your drink. We can just walk off. Da 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 da. So the girl says, "Hold up, let me explain to you what's happening." So she comes to me because remember, I'm not talking to these bitches. I don't care about them. I don't care at all. And so she comes over and kind of leans in front of me. She doesn't touches me. She doesn't touch me, but she comes in front of me. She does touch me, but not like aggressively. She comes in front of me and she's trying to explain what happened from her point of view. I say, "Darling, I don't really care what happened because if she tell me she want to bop you, I'm just going to punch you. I don't if she tell me she want to bop, I don't care what your side of the story is. I'm going to bop you." And when I say that, she says, "Oh, she turns into, she says she's some kind of boxer." "I am a such and such weight boxer and da da da. Ain't nobody." Okay. Boom. I just bash her. Boom. Give her another one. Boom. And so now that I done tagged her, she get hyped. So she come over to me trying to get me. Boom, boom. I grab her by her hair. Boom, boom. So I got her like this. Cause she got this, I don't know if it's braids or hair, but I got her like this. Boom, boom, boom. She cannot get away from me because my hair is, let me get this. My hand is like this. Entangled in every bit of hair that she got. Like I can even the crazy part is even if I can't, my hand is so entangled in her hair that even if I can't even get my hand out of it. Once I'm trying to get loose from her, I can't do it. And so because it's so entangled in her hair. So I'm like boom, 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 boom. Now you know everybody is crowding around, screaming because now the fight is starting. Boom, 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 boom. Next thing I know, security done maced me. Security done maced me, y'all. But it doesn't matter because I don't need to see to know where your head is because I have my hand in your shit. So I'm just like this. Boom, boom, boom. Can't see a damn thing. Boom, boom, boom. And I just feel it. Boom, I feel connect. Blah, blah, blah. Because ain't nobody on this side of me. Everybody is over here. Boom, I'm just getting her. Boom, 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 boom. Connect, 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 connect. All of a sudden, I hear, I can't see because I'm maced. All of a sudden, this is what I hear. Cause because I can't see, I get nervous. Once I realize, oh, hold on, something going on, I get nervous. And I let her head go, but my hand is still entangled in her fucking hair. But somebody snatches me off of her, and I just feel people grabbing me. And I'm like, oh shit. Like now I'm getting nervous because I can't see, and people is fucking grabbing and pulling on me. But all I hear is like I'm just hearing people, and then I hear, get off of her. Get off of her. Get off of her. Boom. I'm like, what is going on? This girl, my gay mom, she done took off her heel and she's knocking the security in the head with her boot. And I hear it. She hitting them so hard that I hear that motherfucker. Get off of her. Boom. 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 And all I feel is motherfuckers getting the fuck up off of me. All I feel is hands letting me loose like demons. Get the fuck up off of me. Boom, 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 wearing it out. And next thing I know, I hear a voice that I know, my cousin Cliff. I hear my cousin Cliff say, he leans into me and says, Diamond, this is Cliff. Come on, I'm about to take you to the car. Now, Cliff is my bougie cousin. My bougie cousin that's like, Cliff is not gonna fight. Like Cliff is the type that will tell you, baby, if y'all get in the fight, I'm not fighting. He the type of butch queen that's like, I'm classy, baby, I don't fight. And I live for people who will tell you that up front. Who I don't live for is the motherfucker who will pretend they gonna twirl and don't twirl. That's what I don't like. But you know, if you out with Cliff ain't gonna fight with you. That's just how it is. But you know, he let you know, baby, y'all getting the twirling. Now I'll ride y'all home. I'll be the getaway car, but I am not fighting. I'm too pretty. And I understand. So I hear Cliff say, come on, I'm going to take you to the car. This is the one that sat in the car, the white costume. Yes, this is exactly him. Yes. That's Cliff. Exactly him. Exactly him. So I asked Cliff, I says, where is my gay mom? I say her name. I say, where is my gay mom? And I hear her say, I'm right behind y'all. Come on, come on, come on, come on. So Cliff is guiding me out of the back door of the club, like the club back, the back door, not the front door. So Cliff is trying to take me to his car so he can drive me home, so he can drive me away, so I won't get locked up. But all I hear is the white club owner, no, that's her. Don't let her get away. Don't let her get away. That's her. Grab her. And so next thing I know, I feel the police grabs me. Now the police are there, grabs me and takes me to their car. So they done maced me. So this whole time I can't see. And so snot and whatever that shit, mucus is coming out my mouth, and I'm spitting it on their car, on the cop car. But the cops, being petty, takes my wig and wipes up the snot and shit. Well, my ponytail, because remember I said I had a pompadour. And so my gay mom is telling me what happens. She was like, oh, they being petty and wiping the snot off with the wig. These motherfuckers is being petty because they're locking her up too. And so I hear the owner talk about, Diamond, you'll never come back in this fucking place again, and I can't believe you. And because this owner is the owner that used to let us sneak in when we was like 13, 14 years old, like without no ID. So she been knowing me since I was a kid. And I ain't never had to get into it with nobody at this club. And so she feels, and she's a white woman, so she feels like she owes me something because she used to let me come in when I was little. And so the way she's talking to me is like, I can't believe you are a disappointment. I watched you grow up, and I can't believe that you would be fighting in my club after I've done so much for you. And what she's talking about is letting me in the club as a teen. This is literally what she's talking about, because she ain't never done nothing for me. I can't believe you, and blah, 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 blah. Old bitch with brown hair, honey, poor white trash child. No, I was in Indianapolis. So next thing you know, we gotta wait for the paddy wagon. We wait for the paddy wagon, and we get in the paddy wagon. I still cannot see. They are putting me in the paddy wagon. It is hot as hell. My hair is long. My hair is a bob that's like right here. But remember, I told y'all it was up in a ponytail, and I had a attachable ponytail on it, which came out. That's what they was wiping the snot up with. But my own hair is like to my shoulders, and the front of my hair was a pompadour. So I'm looking like my hair done kind of came down because it's like the ponytail is like sticking up with gel in it. The pompadour is right there, so I look a fucking fool. And so I just know that it's a hot ass fucking mess. I'm hot. I'm in this fucking. We're going to pick up more people in the paddy wagon. We just kind of going around picking people up because I guess we're the first people that got were the studs arrested too? No, they pressed charges on us because I hit her first. They pressed charges. So I can't see the whole time I'm in the paddy wagon because this mace is wearing me out. By the time we pick up other people and by the time we get to the jail, my eyes are cleared up. Yeah, I moved to Houston in 2007. November 2007. I was 26. So by the time we get to the the jail, I'm trying to think of, did I skip something? No. By the time we get to the jail, my eyes clear up. That's how long we were in the paddy wagon and how much sweat had dripped on my face based on how hot that fucking paddy wagon was. So my hair is the gel, it done got so soaking wet, and it done turned into curly, basically. And so we get to the fucking we get to the holding thing. We get to the jail, and it's time for them to check us in. And what we don't know is that another girl who we knew was in there before us. It was Starbella. So Starbella is known for having pads and shit on. But me and my gay mom, we got body work, so we ain't got no pads on. Our body is our body. And so, and our body is bodying. And so we get in there, and they get to talking like real slick at the mouth, and y'all men, and y'all need to go in there and take all that fucking shit off, take them titties off, take them hips off, and da 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 da. We're like, bitch, this is us, baby. This is us, baby. This is real. So we snatching off clothes down to our panties and bra. Now what we see through the glass, the niggas is in this is the part of the story that I told y'all already. But the niggas is in the dudes in the jail are in the little holding part, but the part where they're sitting, there's a glass door. So that where we're getting checked in, they can't hear what's going on. And this direct where we're coming through, girls, boys, everybody come through this. So from their perspective, they don't know we trans yet. They just see us getting naked. And so they like in there hooping and hollering like, yo, damn, da 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 da. And so when they see us get naked, the officers people, they were like, no, put some clothes on and da, 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 da. Give them some jumpsuits or whatever. So they give us some jumpsuits to put on. And now we got to go through the niggas. So how it works is when you come through this door, when you go through this door, whether you're a boy or a girl. But if you're a boy, you go to the left. And if you're a girl, you go to the right. So when we come through the door, they done seen us in our birthday suits, not naked, but in our bra and panties. So they thinking that we the fish, baby. They thinking we one of the girls. Baby, when we hit that bust that right, the niggas say, nah, like they start going up, like they just start making noise and saying, hell nah, them is niggas, damn, blah, blah, blah. They just going off and tripping and just making, and this the dudes in the isolation cells and in the seats, because there's like seats right here. Like it's like, there's some people that's like, like if they get to arguing and fighting, they go to little jails. They like little glass, little cells. But if they're not a problem, they're like in seats out in the little, I don't know what it is. It's like a room, like a waiting room with nothing but seats. Oh, like on I don't know if y'all watched this episode, but on ATL when the dudes was talking about like talking to the trans woman and da da da, where they was all in them seats, that it was like a room, but the intake part was before the part that is behind a glass door. But once you get to the glass door, it's like where everybody's sitting. I hope that makes sense. Man, that's a dude. Yes, that episode on ATL, it was like that. All the dudes were sitting in there, but because we were trans, they gonna put us on the dude side, but they gonna put us in a cell together so nobody is bothering us. So we get in the cell, and after they calm down and da da da, we get in the cell. We kind of just chilling. So this young boy and this older man come up to our cell, and it's like a glass thing. And while they being funny, I keep raising my shirt up, showing my titties. I'm showing my titties to the boys in the seating area, because we're like right there. They can see us. So we can see them. So it's like it's not bars, it's like glass. But it's like little holes in the glass to where like we can hear them, they can hear us, da da da. So I keep flashing my titties to them. And so the young boy come up to the window and say, was this your first time being arrested? Yes. The young boy come up to the window and say, baby girl, you need to stop disrespecting yourself like that. And then the old man come up to the window and say, please, baby girl, continue disrespecting yourself like that. Please disrespect yourself like that. All of us bust out laughing. Crack it up. So I flash my titties again, and the officer come over the over the speaker. Like we didn't even know it was a speaker in there. But he comes over the speaker, and he like, if you flash your breast again, I'm gonna charge you with indecent exposure and put you in a padded cell and put you in a straitjacket in a padded cell. So don't flash your titties again. Both of y'all. And my gay mom, who hadn't been flashing her titties, say, bitch, if you flash your titties again, we gonna be twirling. And I bust out laughing. We laugh. Of course, I didn't flash my titties again. And so we chilling. So next thing I know, it's time for us to go to like the little court situation. This is like a Friday. Now, anybody know about jail? If you get locked up on a Friday, your ass. Oh no. This is Saturday. If you get locked up on Friday and Saturday, you don't get to get out until you go to court on that Monday. And this is a holiday weekend, so you don't get out because nobody working on that Monday. You actually don't get to go out till fucking Tuesday. So this is like Saturday. So I'm like, oh shit. So I don't know nothing about this because I ain't never been to jail. So, but because it's Saturday night, the next but you do get to go. I don't know what you do get to go in front of a judge at first. That next morning, we did get to go in front of somebody. So, but I don't go first. She go first. So because we got in a fight together, our cases is together. I don't know how this shit work. I still don't know how it worked, but our cases was together because we got in a fight together. Our cases were together. So they weren't doing it separate. They were doing it like we were together. I don't know how this worked, but so when she go to the judge part, the judge say, I'm going to let you out, but I'm going to put you on house arrest for until you go to court on Tuesday. Because there was something going on with it. The jails was too crowded. So they were doing shit that was weird. So they was going to put her on an ankle bracelet until her court date. Something like that. That was the compromise. We going to let y'all out, but you going to be on house arrest. And my gay mom says, oh, sweetie, I can't be on house arrest. I have to work. And I'm not going to my job with no ankle on my job. No, she is telling the judge this. And so the judge look at her and say, oh, really? Oh, okay. Well, I'll just lock you up. Then you ain't got to go to work at all. I'll just lock you up and then you can just go to jail. So because she was talking shit to the fucking judge and we were co-defendants, as Gigi just said, he don't even talk to me. He don't even give me a chance to say nothing. I don't even get to go in front of him. Soon as I go in the courtroom, he was like, oh, this is the other one. Send them all to jail. I don't even get to talk to him. He literally makes us go to the jail. I'm like, oh my God. I don't even get to say nothing. Literally, I don't even get to talk to the man, child. Because she got into it with him before I did, and we on the same case, he was like, yeah, take them. They both going to jail. So this is when the horrible part of the story. This is when they take us upstairs, and we got to get butt naked, and they got to spray us with this fucking bug spray and put this little white powder all over your booty hole and all over your genitalia after you take a shower. And they standing there watching you get naked. Now, I ain't never been naked in front of nobody but my man or my trade or like a client. So me being naked in front of these dudes that are asking you all questions about transition and how you get your ass like that and why you ain't got the sex change yet, why not go all the way, and they ask you all these weird ass questions and that they shouldn't be asking, but you can't really complain about it because Cause this ain't got shit to do with nothing. Why the fuck you asking me about surgeries, sex changes, and all this kind of shit? And just all this kind of weird ass shit. Then they take us up to through the jail and put us in like population. Um we walking through. Now I'm not walking through with her because she's already been sent up. I'm walking through by myself because she went before me, like hours before me. Um so we coming through, when we walking through the fucking jail, the niggas is screaming, bring her in here, bring her in here, bring her in here, all this kind of shit. Then we go up. Now, mind you, this is my first time being in jail. So I don't really know what to expect other than what I see on TV and all that kind of. So I don't know what to expect. So my mindset is I'm ready to fight. Like I'm like, I don't know what's about to happen, but I know nobody ain't raping me. I know nobody ain't touching me. So I don't know how jail works. So all I know is about TV. So I'm like, I know ain't nobody touching me because I'm y'all gonna have to kill me, baby. So we about to come on. So I hope they didn't separate you. Yeah, they separated us at first, but they put us in the same holding area. So once we go upstairs to like the jail part and not the intake part, like the jail part, they put us in the same little holding place. But where we was at isn't where they normally put the queer folks. Like it's right by the jail is right by the cell is right by the other cell, but they didn't put us with the like the other cell had all like the queer folks in it, but I guess they were too capacity, and so they had to put us in the one next to it, which was nothing but like street niggas and shit. So it wasn't no queens over there, it was just us. And so it was one other queen over there, but the rest of the queens and the rest of the butch queens was in this one cell. But I don't know what that was about, but I think it was because it was too many people over there and they put us over here. So we go over there. So I'm already on edge because I don't know what to expect. And so it's a room full of fucking bunk beds. And then these nasty ass fucking toilets. Oh my God. Showers and toilets was nasty. So nasty and brown and cruddy and like, oh my God, it was so bad. Like the worst. Like I held my pee. I held everything. I was not using the bathroom in that fucking place. And so I get up on my little bed or whatever, and somebody says my dead name. One of the dudes said, I know who you are. You went to Arlington, my high school. And I was like, yeah, but that's not my name. My name is Diamond. Da 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 da. And they get to talking about how I sued my school a couple of years ago. So I was like, yeah. And then we're talking about all of this stuff. Like they're just talking about it. Then the one dude tries to give me some of his little slam or whatever. Like his little, whatever that little food shit they be giving. Like they be mixing noodles and chips and all kinds of stuff in their fucking in there. And so he was trying to give me some of that. And then the other dude was trying to give me some candy. They just was trying to butter me up or something, giving me fucking peppermints and shit. And I'm like, this feels like tricks or something. Like this feels weird. But the one dude was just basically talking about me in a positive way. Like he was just telling them about stuff that, just different stuff that I didn't think people was paying attention to, but apparently he was. And so, like, he remembers when I was, when I used to come to like this, we had this dance competition called Star Quest, and I was one of the dressers at Star Quest, and it just was one of them things that I was just doing stuff that trans people weren't doing at the time in my city. He clearly held you in high regard. Yeah, he did. It was a pot. He just was naming shit that he remembered that I did that for me, I didn't pay attention to because I was just living my life, but it was kind of groundbreaking. So he was naming. I was like, oh, I forgot that I did that. I because it wasn't in my mind. It was just something that I did. I just didn't think about it as like groundbreaking, but it was. And so he was talking about that, and so people start asking us questions, and yeah, it was all good. Like it's actually was super super positive, and they was like all those dudes was kind of dope. Like they were kind of just asking questions. Some questions were stupid, but then some question wasn't. They was like asking just different stuff. Um, and so I end up falling asleep, and my gay mom her mom end up coming bailing her out. And so once my gay mom got bailed out, then she bailed me out. And so we got out on that Sunday morning. That Sunday morning. Yeah, I got out. She got out that night. I got out that Sunday morning because she had to go and um get some money to bail me out too. Because they gave us a our bail was $500. So whatever, I think our bill was like 1,000. So we had to pay, I don't know, whatever the bill, we had to pay $500 each. That was the bill, whatever the percentage of 10% or whatever. I don't know. We had to pay $500 each. And so I had the money, but I didn't have it on me. So she needed to go get the money, and then I had to pay people back and all that kind of stuff. But yes, got out of jail. It was usually 10%. So either our bond was like 5,000 and we had to pay 500. Is that 10%? Yeah. So yeah, she had to pay 5,000. I had to 500, and I had to pay 500. And she had to borrow 250 from my aunt and then 250 from my friend to pay mine off. And then I got out and paid my aunt and paid my friend. It was a bunch of long ass story. But that was the first time that me and her had got into like a situation where she was like, "Oh, this is my down ass daughter." So yeah, that's what it was. So that's my story about that. I done told our story. There's so much I wanted to talk about that wasn't that story. But yes, that's that story. All right. So let's talk about some more tea. All right. So have y'all heard what's going on with Hope Giselle? The food you was talking about is called a spread. Oh yeah, whatever that is. I know what it was called, but they were giving it to me. Well, let me know. Rewind back to the beginning. Something with a trans march. I haven't. Nope. What's T? All right. So let's watch the videos. I told y'all this thing is a scammer. I don't know why y'all let that lady scam y'all. But all right. So Hope um got hired to be the executive director of the National Trans March. And so, but the all right, I'm gonna give y'all her. She did a live yesterday, and she's blocked. I have her blocked, so I couldn't watch the live, but somebody sent it to me, and so I want y'all to hear what she has to say. Oh, so the general consensus is her contract was up as the ED and they did not renew it or something like that. I don't know if she got fired or they just didn't renew her contract. I don't know what the T is, but she wasn't the ED no more. They let her go. The board let her go. And so, in retaliation to the board letting her go, she steals the social media of the trans march and deletes all the pictures, all the history of these people's. It's been going on for 5 years, and she deletes all of the pictures and changes the name of their social media to some kind of nonprofit that she's running. And so apparently, the trans man, I think his name is EC, is the one who gave her the code to get the social media because he set up the social media for them. And so the contract wasn't renewed. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So the contract, so she was able to be the ED, but the contract just was not renewed. So it wasn't like she was fired, it just wasn't renewed. So she felt some kind of way about it, and so she stole the handle because yes, the handle had a lot of followers. So, but it's the history of the event. The event is like 5 years old. So this is what she had to say about it on her live.
About what y'all are gonna do and what y'all gonna tell people and how many receipts y'all got. Here are the receipts. Here are the receipts. Yes, I took the old Instagram page in order to promote my nonprofit, which I didn't even start promoting yet because I have other things that I am dealing with, i.e. educating the community about how to best prepare themselves for the Trump regime that we are currently in. Have you looked at my page lately? One of the things that I have been doing while y'all have been sitting around talking shit about what I don't do is working to make sure that Victoria's Secret continues their DEI program, which they didn't. One of the things that I was doing while y'all were out here talking shit about me was making sure that Target kept their DEI program. They didn't. Working to make sure that Walmart kept their DEI program. They didn't. The only client that I've been able to keep that was able to hold on to their DEI strategy was Costco. All of the freedom that y'all got with some of those organizations before was because of myself and the team over at Get Fluid training them and holding them to their fucking word when they hired us to be a part of their DEI and ERG programs. Again, these are not things that I'm making up. They're things that you can look up. You can look up Saks Fifth Avenue. I've worked with them for the last...
All right. So
about what y'all are gonna do and what y'all gonna tell phone of the page, okay? I have not posted anything on that page. I have not done anything significant with that page. And one of the posts that I left up was the initial post from 2019 because of nostalgia. I got a text message today from both Marissa and Grace talking about how I stole this page and they know how I am and they see how I am and all of these different things, essentially threatening to, I guess, blackmail me and release this information to the public that I took this page and made it my new nonprofit page. Now, again, let me be very clear. I took the page and I turned it into a nonprofit page that would still be for trans people and that would still benefit the trans community. I did not take the page and turn it into an Instagram for my fashion. I didn't take the page and turn it into a couples page for me and my husband. I didn't take the page and turn it into a Hope Giselle Free for All Part 2. I took the page and turned it into a nonprofit page that would still benefit Black and brown trans people. Now, let me be very clear. Might it have been the right thing to do? Absolutely not. But did I do it with the right intentions? Absolutely. Did I have every intention to ensure and to continue to make sure that the march was going to be successful? Absolutely. Was I given that opportunity fairly? No. Because before
okay. Before I continue, I stole these people's shit so I can still use it for Black and brown trans people. You stole Black and brown trans people's platform because you mad that they didn't renew your contract and deleted the stuff. And now you're trying to spin it like you're this amazing activist who does so much for the community when baby you were just being shady. It wasn't some special thing that you're doing for community. You did this because you were being shady. They didn't renew your contract and you were mad about it. Now, there's some tea that I know, tons of tea, because I know everybody involved in this situation, but they might not want me to talk about it. But what's public is that she didn't raise any money. This whole time that she was there, she didn't raise any money. And the whole point of an ED, I want y'all to know, if you are an ED, it's two things that you're supposed to do. Sell the mission of the organization to funders and raise money. Those are the two things that you're supposed to do as an ED. Raise money and sell the mission of the org. That is all you do. And so she didn't raise any money. They hired her because they got glamored by her social media presence. They got glamored like a lot of y'all do about her. I don't understand. She has I just been knowing her for a long time because she's been doing these lives, and I have seen her transform from being this anti-trans, like back in the day when Facebook was just starting their lives, she used to blame sex worker murders on them being sex workers. Like, she just has always been shady, and it has not changed. She's always been a girl. There's she has and she's always been that. She's always been that. Let me see if I can find it. I remember when Trayvon Martin died and all of that stuff was happening. Hope was on All Lives Matter, baby. Hope was making graphics saying All Lives Matter, aligning herself with the white people. So she was in her Candace Owens bag. It wasn't until this kind of trans renaissance started to happen that she started to switch her talking points. She started to switch to a more that's from Facebook. She started to switch to a more tr- she started to switch her politics. Now, can people evolve? Absolutely, they can evolve. So when initially when she had switched her politics, shifted, I was like, oh, maybe somebody has gotten to her. She has changed, she has evolved. I thought that she had evolved. But then what let me know that she hadn't evolved, also the girl started to drag her. Yes. And when you learn that you can't grift and you can't do that stuff, you switched. And so what started to gag her is what started to gag me. I thought that she switched her around what age is that girl? I don't know anything about her age or nothing like that. Um but she doesn't have executive. Yeah, she's just a grifter. She doesn't have executive experience. And so she's, I think, and from what I'm to understand, I think she was like Angelica Ross's assistant at one point prior to Angelica being like the famous actress that she has become. I think Angelica had a trans social company that she has now, Trans Tech Social that she has now. Mm, I was about to say something, but that's some other tea that I don't want to bring into this tea. Um, that might come up later. But I think she was Angelica's assistant or something. Don't quote me on that, but I think she was her assistant or something like that. And they had to let her go with that. So she doesn't really have executive experience. She's like a I don't know I don't know what to call it. Um, but what started to be weird for me is she started doing little stuff like she was making fake Vogue covers with herself, with her little with her little I'm trying to be I'm trying to be I'm trying not to read. But she was doing like just weird shit, y'all. She just was doing weird shit. What made me and her fall out is one time she was on this show, I think it was The Grapevine. And I think it was Grapevine. Back in the day, not back in the day, I'm talking about like it's old. During the pandemic, even before the pandemic, Grapevine had grown into this platform and they had Hope on there. And Hope was saying some weird ass pandering to cis women shit. And the trans girls in the community was like, let us call you in, sis. Let us teach you that you pandering. You pandering, you being weird, you being late. And so Angelica has like a video or something where she is like explaining it to her. And so we all on Twitter and we're discussing it. And so me and Brianna are talking. Basically, we're not attacking her. We're telling her where she's gone wrong. Like, yo, this is wrong. This is how you should have did this. It feels like you're pandering to cis girls, and it's just, yo, like there's a different way that you could have handled this. And so me and Brianna is talking to her on the Twitter thread. And all of a sudden she says, "Oh, y'all just want to be me. Y'all just jealous and y'all just want to be me." Now, the only people in this thread is me and Brianna in this one. And I'm like, at this time, you got 5,000 followers. She has more now, but at the time, she had like 5,000 followers. And in my brain, I'm like, there is literally nothing that you have done that I haven't already done. So, what exactly about you? And at this time, you ain't even got titties. Or you might got titties, but they don't look like it. They look like a chest. They ain't no implants. You there's nothing about you. Like there's nothing about your career. There's nothing about your look. You don't even look like you were on hormones consistently, because just based on your weight distribution, you don't look soft. You look real broad and Johnny Bravo. There's like it's literally nothing about you that, to me, that Diamond Styles would want. Like it's like your career. I was already an ED. I had already done the social media stuff. I had been a partner making money for years. You still was trying to be a partner. You still was trying to You still was everything, all this social media stuff that you are trying to do now, I had already done 10 years ago. And so there's literally nothing about you that I could be like in my brain that I could be jealous of. So I didn't really understand it, but I was offended by it. And so I go to, and so I really didn't understand. And then Brianna, this is what you look like at the time. You can tell you not on Moans, baby. You can see you can see that you need to get either castrated. You need to you can tell. Like you can tell you need there's something need to be done. Something. There's something. You need to marinate a little bit more in the estrogen. You can tell. So in my brain, I'm like, who you talking about? Because you can't be talking about me. And if you're talking about Brianna, Brianna is a whole lawyer out in this thing. She done passed the bar. She done graduated from DePaul. Why would she want to be you? So who you talking about? Who exactly wants to be you? Like what do you have? Like you what I know of you is that you tried to steal people's stuff. That's at the that's I was hired to archive. That's if you go to Marsha's Plate. This is Marsha's Plate, my company. Our album, which once Marissa get it back, I have all the pictures from the march because I'm the one who took them and I'm the one who owned them. Because I was hired to take all the pictures because I'm the bitch who know everybody and know when the moments are happening and was going to be at all the event and do all the stuff. I have all of it. So while she look at um Ashley Marie. So while so soon as Marissa get it back, I'm gonna give her the photos that she needs because I archived them because I'm the trans historian. That's now the ones for the other years, I don't know about it. But the very first one, I this is what I've done. I was brought to do this. Oh, and this is EC right here. This is the one who apparently Hope said gave her permission, and I'll go play it again, gave her permission to take the Instagram, and she said he did it because she set it up. So, but yes, here are the amazing pictures from the very first. This is Marissa. Her. So I have all the pictures. So when they're ready to post them back up, I'll post them back up. Um, Beautiful. Ah, the girls catching the moments. Tatiana Moten, Angelica Ross, the beautiful Amelia Black, and Marissa there. That's what she said. That's what she said about EC. So I don't know how true that is, but that's who she said was in cahoots with her with doing it. I don't know how true that is because we know we can't trust a scammer. I love this picture. This is I'm far away from them, but I zoom in and catch them taking a selfie of themselves at the event. Isn't that cute? That's an artistic talent, bitch. I noticed you didn't say doctor. Doctor who? Doctor who? Oh, Dr. Moten. Oh, I don't know. I don't know anything about her education. I think she's a. She said I think they said she's a doctor. I don't know nothing about her tea. um, Hawaiian icon Kiva over executive director over at Positive Women's Network with Marnina Miller, Tori Cooper, Miss Walker, white girl. I know all the girls. I know who's the mover and shakers in the room who should be captured. So much tea in this one picture. So much tea. So much tea in this one picture. Y'all just don't know how much tea is in this one picture. So much tea. But because I know all the tea, I know what moments to capture. I love Kiva. Kiva is dope. Yeah, so anyway, a moment that I captured. Also, another Hope picture. Yeah, the moans wasn't kicking in yet. We needed our moans, baby. We needed our moans because that weight distribution being heavy up top and low, not any on the bottom, that's giving I ain't on my moans good. I ain't on my progesterone. I ain't on my estradiol. This is Mariah Lopez. This is when she was supposed to be coming to talk about the tea with what's his name? Malik Yoba, but she was telling us that she wasn't going to talk about any of that, and you literally that was the purpose of her being there. Upside down triangle, yes, Johnny Bravo. Um, and she literally brought a dog to the panel. Who brings a dog to the panel? Mariah Mariah Lopez, is that her name? Who brings a dog to the panel? So much so that the trans man that was supposed to be sitting here left because he was like, who brings a dog to the panel? But she said that was her emotional support dog and to protect her. It was such a mess. It was so much tea and so crazy. So much tea. So much tea. So y'all, let's finish listening to the foolery of the fool out.
I have every intention to ensure and meeting was happening with me. A board was built without my consent, without my know-how, and without
Okay, so she said a board was built without her consent, without her know-how.
had with me, or an exit or a re-entry meeting was happening with me. A board was built without my consent, without my know-how, and without anybody talking to me about what the next steps were going to be. And let me be very clear. When people say, do you have authorization to do that? The person that built the page gave me authorization by telling me that I am only going to give you the password to the page that he built. And so, yes, I had authorization as the current executive director at the time, and two, as the person who went to the person that built the page and gave me permission to do so what I wanted to do with it. Yes, I had all the permission in the world. I did not need to talk to somebody who was the executive director and did not feel the need to step down appropriately. The entire time that the march was happening behind scenes, I had to constantly fight with the ex-executive director to let me be the executive director that she hired me on to be. While I understand that this is your baby, and while I understand that a lot of the time when we build things and we're proud of those things, it is hard for us to let go. It is harder for me to do my job when I do not feel like I'm being supported by the person that was my predecessor. And instead, this person is constantly leaning over my shoulder, looking over my shoulder, and thinking that they're being helpful. On top of not necessarily.
All right, so we got to give that context. So she is talking about Marissa Miller. Marissa Miller was the creator of this event, and she was the ED before Hope. And so she is one of the people who wanted to bring Hope on. She is the one who was hoping that Hope would be able to bring some type of money on. And so, but she didn't. She didn't. And from what I'm to understand, they what's customary when somebody is a founder of an organization, what's customary is that they're not in any power position, but anytime that you are having an event anytime you have a situation, is Marissa black? Yes, she is. She's black. She's a black trans woman. Um, yeah, she has. She has. She looks great. Um, Marissa, because she's the founder, the normal thing for you to do is you kind of parade the founder out. Like when you're the new person in the position, you parade. It's like the founder is da 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 da. It's like you show love to your predecessor. You show love to them. You put them involved. Like you have them sitting on the side of the you have them. You just it's just what it is. You show them love and you put them, it's almost like you parade them. You put them put them on display and you thank them. And then you tell them, you talk about their vision, and then you talk about your own vision. What's going forward. This is the foundation of what we created, and this is what I'm bringing new to the table, and blah 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 blah. They are not a part. They shouldn't have power in the sense of trying to make you not do your vision as the ED, but it is out of respect that you have this person involved with the festivities. And so apparently they were trying to push Marissa out, but Marissa wasn't going anywhere in the sense of going somewhere as in, yes, I'm not going to be the ED, but I'm going to be a part of the advisory committees. I'm going to be a part of the board. I'm going to be a part of the situation, but I'm just not going to be the ED, but I'm not going to control anything. But the gag is it's the funders that she brought that was still funding the project because Hope didn't bring any money. And so she was still involved in the sense of, I'm still trying to get funders to bring money to the situation because I don't want it to fall off. And I thought you, with your 50,000 subscribers and all these subscribers, I thought that you were going to have connections to bring more money in. But in the whole year, you didn't bring nothing in. And so me and the board decide to not renew your contract. And so instead of just being professional and leaving and putting it on your resume and going to do something else, since you're already doing all these amazing things that you're claiming that you're doing, she didn't raise any money. You not for the org. That's what if you're ED, that's what you're supposed to do. Now I don't know what she raised for herself, didn't raise it for the org. And if you're supposed to do this and you didn't, the board is going to be like, oh, we got to go with somebody else. The board is your boss. You're not their boss. The board is your boss. The board of the org. And being that Marissa is the owner of the organization, she owns the trade, she owns the business, she's the owner. So she's never going, and they have a fiscal sponsor. It's not like it's an org that's already has its 501c3. They have a fiscal sponsor. And so she's the owner of the org. Yes, you're the ED now, but she's the owner. And so she still is in a powerful position as the owner. And you thought that you was going to come in as the ED and push her out. And you thought, oh, I'm going to use this platform to make myself great, but without bringing any money in. But you didn't have the finesse of doing what you need to do with the founder because you don't have experience in being an executive. You don't know that you gotta play the game. You don't know that it's not just I'm in the spotlight. You have to play the game. You got to say, let me bring out the funders, let me bring out the founder, let me bring out the people who help me. The great EDs know how to build relationship with people. It's not about ego. It's about making your organization look good. And a easy way to make your organization look good is, especially in your first year, if you are smart, and having the gift of gab and being able to talk does not mean that you're smart. Because some people, they have the gift of gab and that's where it ends. And so with her, what she should have done was, yes, that was a gamble for Marissa, but she gambled it for a year and then said, no, I'm done. You didn't bring no money in. You didn't bring as much money as I thought you was going to bring in, if any. And so all the money that was coming in is stuff that I already brought in. That's Marissa's perspective of it. So now you're on this live. Is Marissa good people to you? Marissa is consistent to me. I have never been in a situation with Marissa where the business side of what we got going on wasn't top tier. Anytime we did business together, it was, I got my money on time or early. I always, when she's in situations where there's an event, it's always a level of professionalism, even if it's some foolery going on behind the scenes. Yes, but front facing, she is professional, and every time the money is on point. I've never been in a situation with her where the coins weren't doing what they're supposed to be doing. Now, I don't know what else Marissa has done or da 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 da. I don't know nothing about none of that. But what I know from what I have seen behind the scenes and what I have seen in my own experience with the business with her, she has always been clear up front, and all the T's are crossed and I's are dotted. Any business that I have dealt with Marissa on any business level, it's always been legit. So I've never had, even when people were like, I'm feel some kind of way, I don't know what's going on. When it comes to me and what I saw, always professional, always doing what she needs to do. Now, Marissa is from my hometown. She got a documentary out about her life. She got some history with her, but in regards to this business, I ain't seen no negative. Now, back in the day, when she was in the street, sex working and da 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 da, I done seen some mess. But I know her from back in the day. So I'm gonna have a different. It's like if you meet me when I was robbing tricks, you may not think of me the same way you might think of me now. I remember I was robbing tricks. So back in the day, I know what was going on with Marissa. Marissa, she's in recovery. There's all kind of stuff going on with Marissa that I know about because we from the same hometown. We from Indianapolis. I know her. She's one of the old heads. She was one of the old, at the time she was a butch queen. But she transitioned later. We have a history. But in regard to the business of nonprofit and activism, the business side of it, it's always straight. It's always on the up and up for me. So, but I say all of that to say this. If you are let go from a job, why are you stealing their social media? That's unprofessional. There's no way around it. There's no way to clear it up. There's no way to clean it up. You took over and stole the social media of the company that let you go, and you're holding it hostage. You talking about, I'm gonna change it into something that is for black and brown trans people. I got permission from the person who created it, and that they hired him to do that. They hired him to create their social media, like they hire any social media person, social media manager. And then you steal their social media. That's like me working for Target and running their social media and taking their shit and saying, "Oh, I'm gonna turn it into something that benefits black people because they need to continue their DEI." No, bitch, you stole their shit. There's no way around it. And like she said it with her own mouth.
Y'all are gonna do and what y'all gonna tell people,
Yeah.
and how many receipts y'all got. Here are the receipts.
She knows she was wrong.
Here are the receipts. Yes, I took the old Instagram page in order to promote my nonprofit, which I didn't even start promoting yet because I have other things that I am dealing with.
That is fraud. Like that you don't have permission to do that. Like there's no way around it, baby. You are a scammer. There's no way around this. And you're trying, what you're trying to do is, before they come out and talk about it, you're trying to spin it to your audience.
i.e. educating the community about how to best prepare themselves for the Trump regime that we are currently in.
The Trump regime, girl, what that got to do with you stealing their social media? How is that helping us? No, you're just stealing their social media for your benefit. And you created a GoFundMe for your nonprofit to promote it in this whole situation. You are a scammer. Just like when you was when you got the GoFundMe for the little boy who, me and Dominique talked about this in our interview with Dominique Morgan. You that's what you're scamming. That is what it is. You are scamming. You are a grifter. That's what it is. It's no way around it. You are a grifter. So, I find it to be weird. I find it to be consistent with her lack of integrity. Yeah, that's just what it is. But she already has deleted it. She not deleted the account, but deleted the history, which was the purpose of the whole situation. It's a historical thing. Like there's moments. It's been there. Not to mention the scamming what was the scam that she was doing about her wedding? She was selling tickets to her wedding, and then when people bought tickets, she was supposed to stream it and didn't stream it. Like, what was going on? Who the fuck is buying tickets to Hope Giselle's wedding? Like, who? sometimes you get scammed because you're dumb. Like what was that shit about? I have her blocked, so I don't know. All of this is secondhand to me. So I don't know about what's going on. But what let me know that she didn't change was a situation between her and Lex. If you remember, her and Lex, she was trying to call Lex a colorist, but she was tricking off on that boy and he wasn't interested in her. And then because he chose a sex worker instead of her, she wanted to talk shit about the sex worker and it all came out to light and he started to expose everything. And then it let me know, oh, you haven't really changed your old ways. You still hate sex workers. Dominique got blamed for it. Dominique has nothing to do with what I'm talking about, other than I was making reference to me and Dominique's interview. We were talking about that in the interview with Dominique on the channel. Dominique and Hope don't have any connection. Dominique got her own stuff she got going on. That she's still battling with. That's her own. That's her Tia. They ain't got nothing to do with Hope. I remember that and she was crying about him in a car after she was buying him gifts. After he done told her, nigga, I ain't into you like that. America ain't never seen a black trans woman get married before. I could have swore we saw the Bradys get married. Didn't we see Miles Brady and Precious Davis Brady get married? Didn't we see Janet Mock get married? Didn't we see all of that? But that's cool if you want to celebrate your marriage. I ain't tripping about that. But who is buying the tickets? And then if they buying tickets and you were supposed to stream, why they didn't get to watch it? Janet Mock is behind the scenes producing and directing. She's enjoying her multi-million-dollar deal with Netflix. Janet was married to a cis man. I mean, it's just crazy. So I just found that that's interesting. Interesting tea that the girls are scamming, and you're doing this to other trans people. I don't want that to be lost on y'all. This is not her doing it to some cis organization. She's doing this to another black trans woman, another black trans org, founded by a black trans woman. Regardless of what's going on, this is what you're doing. I think they had a photo shoot of their wedding. I think it was a pink gown on a cover of some magazine. I don't know. I just know that the people who were scammed was talking about her scamming and not streaming the wedding, even though they bought tickets for the stream. Yeah, it was a whole scamarella. So I find that to be weird. But I think if you're letting somebody scam you like that, lowest of the low behavior. So, it's just weird. She's just a weird girl. She's just a weird girl. She has come up. She has come up during a time where the trans renaissance was happening, and she started to grift, and I think now that that the girlies are losing opportunities, she's getting desperate, moving to Mexico because it's cheap, and she's getting desperate, trying to find ways to make money. And so when you start to get desperate, you start to make mistakes, and you start having to do things so obvious. Did you cuss Hope out when she called you jealous? No, 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 no. I didn't cuss her out. I just called her out. I just told her, baby, ain't nobody, you don't have anything that anybody would be jealous of. There's your look isn't hot, your career isn't hot. At the time, I guess she has more followers now, but at the time, she had like 5,000 followers. She didn't have a lot of followers. She hadn't done anything. She was stealing from the girls, like trying to steal stuff. Like it was situations where she was on trips with girls and they caught her stealing. It was she would be scamming people. Like she went down there and was scamming people to get at the Tony McDade situation. Like she just flew down there and was being weird. She reminded me of Chernobyl at the beginning. Yeah, it just was a no. I only remember positivity about Cherno. Cherno just seems positive. I didn't get any. Hope was given Black Blair White. She was all lives matter. She was saying the girls are getting killed because they are prostitutes. They want to be sex workers, and that's because she was very respectability politics. Does Hope do drugs? Oh, I have no idea about that. Yeah, that's the tea that she was trying to steal. What's her name? What's the pretty girl from Pose? Angel. What's her real name? Um, what's her name? God, I can't remember her name. The pretty girl that plays Angel. Pretty model girl. She plays Angel. No, 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 not the one that played Blanca. She plays Angel. India Moore, yes. Apparently, yeah, India Moore. Apparently, they were staying. Somebody invited. I think her name is Mariah. Yeah, not I think her name. I know her name. Mariah Moore invited the girls to Airbnb. She was having an event and she invited the girls there, and so all the girls were staying in one house. So apparently, um, from the story. Now, this is all secondhand. I'm just telling you. I don't know anything about this tea. This is just tea that was told to me through multiple people. And apparently, India caught Hope stealing out of her, like walked in on her going through her bags and trying to steal her designer shit. And she walked in on her doing it. And when she caught her, they had like a moment like, what the fuck? Why are you in my shit? And Hope kind of played the, oh, I don't know. I don't know of a successful trans. I've never met a successful trans woman and with all these nice things. Oh. And so, India Moore being who she is was like, you know, don't worry about it, girl. Blah 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 blah. Just don't take my shit. And blah blah blah. They kind of just let it go. But yeah, the girls was gagging that she tried to steal her shit. And this was years ago. This was years ago. Um, There was some weird shit that happened in Tallahassee that the trans man was telling me about. Basically, she was trying to go down to Tallahassee when Tony McDade had got killed during the George Floyd situation, and she was trying to hustle people to fundraise. She was trying to fundraise to get people to fly, to pay. She was saying that she was down there marching, and she was trying to get them to pay her way back home. But this was a part of her hustle because she had got fired from her DC job or something. There was a DC situation that she was like some little org that she was working with. And the trans man was like, she came down there and was faking the funk, just using the opportunity to raise money, grifting. So the girls are weird. The girls are weird. The girls are weird. It wasn't, I think it was a belt, Maya. It wasn't, I think she was trying to steal a belt. But they walked in on her going through the suitcase. That was the consensus of what was being told. Which is wild, wild work, wild work. So, yes. All right. So that's the tea on that. That's all I know about that situation. I know that they thought they were going to push Marissa out, and Marissa said, "Hold up. I'm the owner of this. You can't push me out. I'm the one who hired you, and I'm the owner of this. And I signed your contract to be here, and we're not re-signing your contract. Good luck." Good luck, darling. No company will ever hire her as an ED again. I don't know. I don't know what people will do. But I don't want anybody to not work. I don't want anybody to not have an opportunity. I want you to work, but I want you to have integrity. Don't fucking be out here being fake. And that's the worst thing to be. I don't have to like you, but don't be fake. Don't be fake and scamming people. That's shady. Especially your own community. Listen, if you scamming Elon Musk, if you scamming Walmart, Amazon, you're scamming some foundation, scam them. I ain't gonna be mad at all. Get them together. You scamming the foundation, girl, wear them out. But you stealing from your own Black trans community, you sabotaging your own Black trans community, you sabotaging shit for Black trans people. Who's going to be the new ED of the March now? I don't know. We got to wait for Marissa to announce that. Who's going to be the new person in charge? I'm pretty sure that she'll be able to find an interim interim. Make sure you thumbs up if you're watching. Make sure you thumbs up and engage. It's like 105 people in here. Why y'all not talking? Y'all quiet. What's y'all tea? Y'all just want to be nosy and learn the tea? Thumbs up if you're watching, if you're learning something. Yeah. Y'all the normal folks talking. Y'all the regular degglers. This mess got a million people talking. I mean, in here watching. Talk. I was working, but I just got off. Hey, Cliff, I didn't see you in here before. I think a lot of people are shocked. I didn't know Hope was this wild. I mean, people are weird. Diamond is the other Diamond, that Stealth is her initials NA. No, her name is Diamond too. Her legal name is Diamond too, like mine. Oh, I forgot that I have it set up to where only subscribers can comment. So maybe y'all just listening and y'all not subscribers. I was trying to get to the gist of the tea because I came in late. I got you. I'm at a red light, but I'm driving right now, so I'm just listening and enjoying the conversation. Hey, M. What do you think about the Tasha trying to get back cool with Tamika and Escape? Mm. Um, I'm always for the girls getting back together, but I need her to be honest about what she did to her sister. I always think trans girl critical of sex workers are weird as fuck. They are, Ricky. They are weird. Oh wow, it's 100 people in here. Yeah, 108. Make sure y'all thumbs up. Um, Hope worked with T.S. Madison. Yes, yeah, she has worked with T.S. Madison because that's what T.S. Madison works with tons of people. T.S. Madison is a celebrity, so there's going to be tons of people that are trying to kind of hitch a ride on her coattails. Um, and so there's a lot of people that has worked with T.S. Madison. I don't think that they're connected in that way, but they have worked together. From what I think so. Yeah, wasn't she on T.S. Madison's show? Have you watched Clean Slate? I only saw the first episode. I have watched Clean Slate. I don't like Clean Slate. I cut it off after the first episode because I didn't like the writing or the acting. But I don't want to really talk down on the show because I let the show play and just put it on silence because I wanted her to get her views. Because if you don't support it, then they will say trans stuff doesn't work. So I wanted to make sure that the whole series played through so she can get her credit. But I did not watch past the first episode because I didn't like the writing or the acting. Let me see. I always felt that Hope wedding was for social media. It didn't give true love. I don't know what about her love, but I know I'm not buying. I'm not. Who is selling tickets to their wedding? That is weird. Selling tickets to your wedding is weird. Hope hasn't been on anything with T.S. Madison in a long time. Not that I have seen. Hmm. Hell no to Latasha. Hi, Diamond. I'm not new, but I always at work when you are live, and I feel called out and I have to say thank you for all your recent book videos. I love your analysis. Always thank you. Paratan, is that how you say that? Ian answered, but Diamond, have you watched Laverne Cox show Clean Slate? I just answered that. I don't want to speak negatively on somebody's show. But that's just my true opinion. And they both from Miami. Who is from Miami? When you say they both from Miami, what you call it from Miami? Hope is from Miami. I don't know where she's from. I didn't know she was from Miami, but that tracks. um, uh, I thought so as well. Never mind. Somebody asked people even more weird in these last days. Laverne acting so cringe. I did the same silent movie. Yes, it's exactly what I did. Y'all are so shady. Especially when everything is getting more and more expensive. I thought it was cute, but the acting pissed me off. It's like she learned to act from RuPaul Drag Race. Y'all are so shady. I just like just kicking it, escape. I hope you're trying to. Hope was trying to scam TLC too. She was on Jazz Jennings' show and claimed she was dating the brother and wanted a coin or something for camera time. Of course, that tracks, girl. What the fuck? Selling tickets? Yeah, I couldn't connect to the show. Madison and Hope from Miami. I didn't know that. I didn't know Madison was from Miami. I mean, I didn't know Hope was from Miami. I knew Madison was. Um, the white love interest made me laugh, but I wish I was shocked. Maddie better watch out. Thelma Hopkins was the highlight of the show. I did like Thelma. I actually liked the guy, the dad too. I just feel like the writing needed to be better. I'm glad you said it, Diamond. Yeah, she is from Opelika. I have a piece of tray from Opelika named Lamar. I dealt with him when I was super young in my 20s, and he was so fine. God, that's what I think about Opelika. I wonder, does she know him? They're about the same age. He's a little bit older. He's a little bit older than her. Maddie too many times allowed people to be up under her who got bad motives. But that's just the nature of being the celebrity on the level that T.S. Madison is, especially somebody like her who is a trans woman who is going to be really attacked. She's doing her part to try to bring people up with her and give exposure to people who have a better gift of gab than her. One of the things about Madison is, there's some people who are able to speak about issues better than she is, and so she's good at bringing them on and talking about it. I think that's really, really good of her. I think that's something she has done for a long time, actually. Um, well, speaking of Jazz Jennings' show, I did not like Maddie or Hope on that show. Maddie saying she's against trans kids. I don't know if that was script or what, but she's out of her damn mind. Yeah, those Opalaka men are something else. Um, um, um listen, listen. Everybody doesn't have the range, y'all. You can't expect everybody to have the experience and the range. And some people, and just because you're a celebrity doesn't mean you know everything or you have the range to talk about every issue in depth, or you do the work to learn about an issue deeply. Everybody just doesn't have the range. And so just because you're funny doesn't mean you have the range. Just because you can sing doesn't mean you have the range. Just because you can write a good song doesn't mean you have the range. Some people are celebrities for one thing, and we expect them to be good at this other thing. And that's not true for everybody. And I think that sometimes our expectations. I think me and Madison talk about it on my interview with her, where she thought I was being shady when I said she is not an educator, but I was being truthful. I wasn't being shady. I was being truthful. She is a comedian. She is funny. She is an entertainer. She is, I want to say, I don't know what a comedian, I don't know, not comedian in the traditional sense, but we go to her as a person now, like we did Joan Rivers, even though Joan Rivers was an actual comedian. But I think in this new era, it's similar to Joan Rivers, where we come because she's funny and she can talk about the tea. Similar to Wendy Williams, she's gonna talk about the tea in a fun auntie way. It's gonna be funny. She's gonna make you laugh. you're going to like watching her because she's an entertaining personality. But that doesn't mean that she's going to have the range to talk about transness outside of herself. Outside of her own, she can deeply talk about her own, but that doesn't mean she's going to have the range to talk about it in a way that's all encompassing. Some people don't have that practice. They can tell you all about their own transition, but they haven't had deep conversations with non-binary people to talk to you deeply about the non-binary trans experience. They haven't talked to trans men deeply outside of talking about their sexuality and them. You get what I'm saying? They haven't talked to them deeply about their experience. Um, they haven't They know their own story. They know their own transition story, but they haven't deeply talked about it with other people in order to have a wide conversation, a nuanced conversation about the trans experience. Maddie has matured a lot these days. Yes, Maddie has come a long way. If y'all remember back in the day, Maddie used to say shit like, I transitioned for the niggas. She would say, I transitioned for the niggas. And while that may be an element, there is a deeper element to that I know because I've talked to her for many a years. And I'm like, Madison, it wasn't just about niggas. It was more than that. And we've talked about it. And you can't just there's a nuance that you got to talk about, the difference between gender and sex, and gender and the difference between gender and sex. How I cannot think of myself as a female, but I can think of myself as a woman. There's a nuance to that conversation that some people don't know or don't talk about, and because they conflate the two. And so let's talk about it. And so as we have a conversation, she has gotten better. She has totally shifted how she talks. Does she still have some things that's kind of cringy? Sure. Yes. But I think what's good about Madison is that she's really good, first of all, at being entertaining, but she also says, this is my experience. We can talk about other people too, as opposed to somebody like Flame, who is gonna say all these crazy trannies. I think that I don't think she's like that. So um and you also have to understand that Madison is a older trans girl from the South. How um Yeah, sometimes they just don't have the range. We gotta it's not saying that and I'm not saying that you don't hold people accountable, especially when somebody has a big platform. It is their responsibility to but Diamond, she's not that much older than you, and I'm older than Madison. I don't do what Madison does. Madison is something else. I'm in community with other trans people. I organize with other trans people, various types of trans people. I am more of an academic. I do I don't do She is an entertainer. She's a sex worker turned entertainer. She is not going to have the range that I have. Age, because the culture is different. Because the culture is different for somebody who grew up, and your evolution is going to take a different route. My evolution in this trans shit was way different than Madison's. Do you see what I'm saying? Y'all. That's why Flame talks how Flame does. They come from a different generation of girls. It's just that's why, and they haven't evolved because they haven't been exposed to stuff. It's like those old church aunties who who might let you come in the house and feed you good and be nice to you and may even use your right pronouns, but they might misgender you. They probably gonna misgender you for the rest of your life, rest of their life. They have gone so far that they're not gonna change, but they don't hate you. It's almost like those kind of cisgender aunties that they not gonna change their mindset about homosexuality, but they're slowly coming along a little bit. It's similar to that. And I think age has a lot to do with that. I think age and experience has a lot to do with that. Flame is just an outright bigot. Yes. Yes. But there is a I think that there is and I'm not making excuses for these motherfuckers. I don't want y'all to think that, but I just want you to understand that everybody is on a different journey of growth and understanding about this shit. And there's gonna be people that stop that goes to a brick wall. Flame is somebody who got kids, who fucking is a father, who detransitioned to go to her kids' school. She's not gonna have Flame is not gonna have the same investment in womanhood as somebody like me, who transitioned way early, who didn't have this life as a butch queen slash man dealing with studs and having babies and having kids. There is a certain level of we're gonna have two different experience about our transition. We're gonna have two different experience about how transition works. And yeah, I like to give education. I consider myself an educator. I consider myself an archivist. I consider myself a historian. I consider myself an activist, an organizer. I consider myself a thought leader. That's what I consider myself. Um, I feel like I'm invested in the education of it. I feel like I'm connected to community in a different way than the people that we're talking about. They are entertainers. And so they have a circle of people, usually yes men and women, who benefit from them financially. And so there's nobody that is even there to kind of teach them and push them to go further. They are kind of focused on their journey as an entertainer and the opportunities that they have to move forward in their career as an entertainer. I'm invested in the education. My career is about education. My career is about archiving the current cultural moment and showcasing shit that's happening with trans people. That's it. I'm not trying to be an entertainer. I want to be entertaining to you. I want you to find what we're talking about to be entertaining, but I don't want to be that. I like money. I don't like fame. I don't ever want to be in a position where I can't go out my house and be comfortable going to buy groceries. I don't ever want to be in a position where I have to hire a security guard to keep me safe. I never want that level of notoriety. There are people who ask here in Houston, like there's a show called what's it called? Um X Factor here. They ask me to come on that show all the fucking time and I say no because it's too popular and I don't want to be in a situation where like that. I never be on that show. They ask me all the time. I don't want to. Now, if we're talking about a news station where we're talking about a court case that came up and y'all need somebody to give it context, I'm going to do that because I want to give the context. I'm good at it. I'm good at the communication part. I'm good at that part. So I would much rather me speak the truth. It's not about me being on a panel and that shit. Yeah, I don't want to be that. I want to be on I want the educational part. I want that to be my legacy. I don't want it to be the entertainment. If that does that make sense? I want to be a teacher. I want to be a professor. Like I'm literally trying to be a professor at University of Houston right now. Like I'm trying to be that. I'm trying to be whatever Melissa Harris Perry is. Whatever Melissa Harris Perry is, Tressie McMillan Cotton, is that how you say her name? Um, I want to be the trans version of those people. I want to be the trans version of Melissa Harris Perry, Tressie Cotton. What's her name? Tressie McMillan Cotton or Tressie Cotton McMillan or something. I want to be that. I love Tressie. Tressie is an icon. I love her. Um, I like artsy shit. I like music. I like film. So I'm gonna be trying to create stuff in regards to that. But I want to be, you know, I don't want to be famous. I don't want that at all. That looks like a horrible life. Like I like the I like being known for what I'm known for. I don't want to be that level. You know your lane. Yeah, I think that's what it is. I know my lane. I know what I'm good at. I'm good at communicating. I'm good at communicating thoughts and messaging. I'm good at being nuanced around that. Do you plan on getting a PhD? No. Unless somebody give me an honorary one, I do not want any more debt. I have so much school debt. I don't have any credit debt, but I do have school debt, and I don't like that shit. Unless somebody give me like a full ride and they let me do and I come up with something that I really want to do. I haven't really I haven't had the process of I don't know. Maybe I don't have any plans right now to get a PhD, but if if somebody give me a full ride, if I come up with something I really, really want to do to focus on, I'll do it. But actually, y'all, this past 5 years, I have done a lot of the shit that I don't want to say that I wanted to do, but I looked up and got a lot of shit that I wanted to do. I got a GLAD award. I got a journalism award from Script Howard. I got I got in the Smithsonian 2 times. So when I die, I just want to make sure that motherfucker can't doesn't forget that I'm in the I'm like Smithsonian is the archive. No, I didn't do a speech. I didn't even go to it. I had other stuff to do. That was 2 years ago. But yeah, I just want to I'm in a book. I'm in a children's book. I love shit. I love that shit. That is fire to me. That was like a dream that I couldn't think about dreaming. So it's just stuff that I got a film that I produced. Yeah, I like shit that I've created. I got other shit that I want to do, but right now I haven't created nothing that I'm not proud of. So yeah. Originally, it was mass communications, and then I switched it to psychology because when I was in mass communication, um, my my specific expertise was supposed to be broadcast production. And so he taught me, he was teaching me how to edit. And he was like, I'm going to be honest with you. He was like, you being a trans woman is not going to open doors for you in the industry. And I know you're intentionally trying to be behind the scenes, but even behind the scenes, it's very, very competitive. And your transness is going to be a barrier for you. He was like, I can teach you how to edit, I can teach you how to do all you're supposed to do in mass communications. But I'm telling you, I would go with something that is more broad, and I switched to psychology. Are we still getting your book? Yep. When I when I think it's ready. It's not ready yet. um and so yeah, so I switched, but he still let me come and he taught me how to edit. He taught me like old school like journalism, old school kind of old school journalism. But but yeah, I'm excited for your book. So yeah, the goals that I haven't accomplished yet that I want a book, and I want um an album of all original music. Yeah, so that's my as far as life goes, like to have a book out and to have an album of all original music, that would be just have it to exist, just for it to exist When do you leave for Ireland? Tomorrow. Tomorrow, tomorrow, there's always tomorrow. Tomorrow, tomorrow, tomorrow. I have packed. My suitcase is there. My carry-on is there. I don't know if I'm going to do another carry-on. I have a reason. I have a maybe. I'm excited. I want to hear your album of yours. I like your register. I wish I could sing in the lower tone. I like the lower FM tone. Yes, I have all of the songs. I just need to get them recorded. I have so much fun in Ireland. I've never been. My church youth choir that I graduated from 5 years ago went to Ireland during New Year's this year, and I loved it. Yeah, I've never been. I'm excited. I want to go. I am going to. I'm going to be so fly. It's going to be like 40 degrees, so it's going to be cold. Where in Ireland? I am going to Dublin. Um, when I lived in Boston, the Irish fed me well with cabbage and potatoes. I look forward to booking a trip there soon. Would you ever want a biopic created about your life? And if so, who would you want to play yourself? I would not. I would want to produce a series and create story. I would want to be like an Issa Rae. What Issa Rae was, not acting in it though. I would want to do what Issa Rae did for Insecure. I would want to write. I would want. I actually would want the Love Beneath to be a series. Yeah, I would want the Love Beneath to be a series. If I had unlimited amount of money, I would create that series. I would hire actors and actresses to. It would be like Euphoria. I would want it to be that. Yeah, I would want it to be like Euphoria. Mm, my maternal grandparents visited the Waterford Crystal Factory and the Barney Castle back in the 90s. Yeah, but I'm ready to be fly in Ireland. I'm going to the Game of Thrones castle out there, the Dulles Castle. I am going to the Guinness Museum and doing a Guinness tour. I am going to one of the LGBT organizations there and to see their facilities. I've been trying to set up some interviews with some of the trans people out there, but this is first of all, it's not a lot of black trans people out there. There's a lot of white ones, but not a lot of black trans people out there. And the two that I have found, I really don't know what's going on with them. They're kind of like neither one of them are kind of like they've responded but not interested in talking about they're basically passing the buck to each other. Like when I found the one girl who is an artist, she was like, "Oh, I don't know. I I mean, I just started out. I think you should I think you should pick somebody that's a little bit more advanced than I am. Pick this person." And I'm like, "Okay, well, let me contact that person." And then that person said, "Well, oh, no, I'm just starting out. You should pick this person. I don't know why she told you to pick me. She's way more advanced than me." And then like they both are doing this, and I'm like, "I don't care. I want to tell your story. So let me tell you, come talk." But they both are kind of shy and like not confident about their transness. So it's like, do y'all know any black trans people that are confident about their transness? They was like, no, they only know the white ones. And I'm like, I don't want white ones. I want black ones. I want to hear about the Black trans experience in Ireland. And the two ones that I found is very like, so I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm trying to find people, but yeah. But I'm gonna go to the facility and see, just to see what it looks like. Um I got some cute ass outfits. I can't wait y'all to see what I wear. Because it's gonna be cold. I have literally um I have crafted my wardrobe around the weather, so I'm gonna be looking like Anna Karenina. Nah. With furs and things, baby. I've been putting on clothes to see what I'm gonna rock while I'm there. I know my theme is gonna be like grays and yes, honey, I can't wait. I'm gonna be looking like Rich Auntie in Ireland, baby. I am going to give this to them. I can't wait. I'm gonna be me. I'm excited, but I'm gonna be giving them a look, honey. Gonna be giving them a look because y'all know I live in Houston, so I ain't gotta I don't get to get furred up. Um, I have a fur from Russia that I love. Let me see if I can find it for from y'all. I done showed y'all my fur. I done already showed y'all that. I showed y'all that the other day. I forgot I showed y'all that. But yes, I'm thinking about wearing that one of the days. This is fox fur. This is fox fur. My homeboy got it for me in Russia, in the Ukraine actually, from from a fox fur dealer. Y'all know I don't want to I don't want to um I'm not Peter, child. I like a fur, honey. But these are my only real furs. These are the hat and the shawl, not a shawl, collar. These are my only real furs. The rest of my furs are fake, but these are my only real ones. But I live for them, honey. They are tea. They are tea. They are tea. Honey, Peter can kiss my ass. But yes, 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 yes. So I'm excited about that. I hopefully I'm gonna bring my only thing that I have not packed is my like my technology stuff, like my tripod, my my stuff. And so I want to make sure that I pack that up so that when I am out and about, I'm able to record and do all of that kind of stuff. Um, yeah, I'm excited about that. What else am I excited about? I'm I've been having a really good time laughing at Americans make fun of British food recently. Like on TikTok, it's been so funny. So I'm always interested in good food in another country. And so I've been trying to I hated London food. I hated it. But I found at least one. They did have an American style food place called the Soho House, and it was good. And they did have some good ethnic food. So of course, but that's not. I think to England, bricklebracken, fizzy wizards and bricklebracken. um, yeah, I'm excited about finding what's good in Ireland. Black people saved UK food. Um, but yeah, I want the cabbage and potatoes. Somebody mentioned that earlier. I've been looking at that. I'm gonna try that. I'm not really a beer drinker, but I want to try Guinness while I'm there, so I'm gonna do that. And I am. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Um, I don't know. I'm just gonna be trying stuff. This is a solo trip. I haven't been on a solo trip in a long time. Um, well, I went to Vancouver, but I went there for work. This is kind of well, this is work too. Birthday and work. I guess Vancouver. Well, I knew somebody. I knew somebody. I knew Lauren in Vancouver. So I knew them and they showed me all the places, took me to different restaurants and bars and tried new food that was good. So I had somebody that could kind of guide me while I was there, as opposed to in Ireland, I don't know nobody. So I'm going there and don't know anybody. I plan on hitting the club Saturday night and looking fly. I posted my if you follow me on TikTok, I'm I posted my outfit for the club because it's gonna be cold. I wanted to wear a oh, I posted it on my Instagram too.
I don't know,
I have these
but I think, dare I say it, we might even be falling in love. Go ahead, freestyle with me till you find your groove in it. Oh, 'cause I might let you move in it. 'Cause I ain't had nobody in it like never had a nigga like you. Yeah, I'm gonna do you for the rest of my life. Safe to say, we might even be falling in love.
I'm excited about it. Yeah, I love this little jumpsuit and I'm gonna wear these gold heels as fire to go with the belt. And yeah, I'm gonna be flying that motherfucker. It's cute. Anyway, all right, y'all. I'm about to get up out of here so I can take my ass to sleep so I can get ready to go tomorrow. We've been on here for 3 hours and 18 minutes. Make sure you thumbs up and yeah. I will see y'all. I have a new episode, new interview episode. Dr. Shania Thomas is going to be on the show starting. The audio version should be up like now. It should be up now. And y'all can listen to the audio version, but the visual version where it's just me and her on video is coming out Friday. So Friday at 7 at the time that I'm usually going live. Um I love Shania. She is a non-binary. She goes by she and her, but not she and he, but not they. That's an interesting thing she describes, talks about it. And she is a HIV counselor. And so we talk about her journey with gender, and we talk about her growing up, and then her experience around being an HIV activist, HIV counselor, and dealing with HIV from the 90s on till now, and our and mindset changing around HIV care. Also, because March is Women's History Month, I'm gonna be focused heavily on women in the content that I create. So I have another amazing HIV activist and survivor, and somebody that's thriving, um living with HIV. Shadam McCant. She is a black woman. She's not a trans woman, black cis woman, and we talk about her journey. She got diagnosed with HIV when she was 17, and she is now in her 40s and thriving, and a therapist, and really just out here doing great work. Both of these episodes were sponsored by Vive Healthcare. They also, but I have another episode that I'm recording with Jasmine Tasaki. She is the executive director of out there in Memphis, executive director of We Care Tennessee, and she's also works at Black and Pink, which is a prison abolitionist organization. She was the interim ED, but I don't know if she has switched to something else. I can't remember exactly if she switched to another position. But Jasmine Tasaki, she's gonna come on the show probably by the end of March, and then the other person, I'm not gonna say their name, but because we haven't confirmed, and so yeah, it's gonna be real women focused. Um, in March because it's March History Month. And yeah, I hope y'all support it. Make sure y'all thumbs up. And yeah, I will talk to y'all later. Bye, y'all.